Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
leaders,
job creators,
friends,
and neighbors,
and always at your service.
Go ahead and give me your order.
Whoa.
Howdy.
Hey, where'd you get that breakfast so fast?
Casey's. Fastest breakfast in the Midwest.
Try Casey's new Ultimate Beer Cheese Breakfast Pizza, Breakfast Burrito, or a new Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit.
Wow, that was fast.
And now get a breakfast sandwich or pizza slice plus Casey's Premium Bean to Cup Coffee for just $4.
I rode a horse once.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
By focusing only on meat and grocery, we can do those things to the best of our abilities.
No frills, no gimmicks. You're gonna get top quality meat, top quality produce, top quality customer service.
They always tell us, sell it as low as you can. Sell it as low as you possibly can.
And we work hard so we can keep those prices lower.
And that's what Fairway does to a lot of people. They take care of people.
I have one thing to accomplish, and it's that.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Slade's the place for you!
So this year, student athletes participating are taking home some really pretty special souvenirs from this tournament. Can you talk a little bit about what those are?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our signature ball series is something that's been long cherished by all these athletes, and we're really proud this year to offer these kids bag tags so that they can have that memento moving forward, as well as the signature volleyballs, so they can have their teammates, their coaches, parents, and other people who have helped them along their journey get to this tournament and show off the things that they've worked so hard over so many years to get here.
Awesome. Well, Brent, thanks so much, and thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor.
And good evening from Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. A pair of programs representing the North Iowa Cedar League will collide in the Class 1A semifinals as the number 7 seed AGWSR Cougars go head-to-head with the 3 seed Gladbrook-Reinbeck Rebels. And hello, volleyball fans. It's great to have you with us from Coralville here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jenny Lichty, I'm Hunter Phillips. And Jenny, classes 2A through 5A have their championship matches set in stone. Great volleyball right since the very beginning of the day. Now it's time to see who will represent Class 1A in the title match tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. You're looking at at least on court 2 here, AGWSR took down, I had that game last night, blanking.
Yeah,
North Tama.
That's right.
In 5, so that was a very big, kind of a long game. And then we had Gladbrook-Reinbeck facing Holy Trinity Catholic, they both have been here before, so it was nice to see. But however, we're going to see this matchup between the NICL. These teams have seen each other before, multiple times.
Which really makes it all the more intriguing. And then on court 1, you have the top seed Springfield. They looked very good last night, as did Ankeny Christian, who is also up there and making their first trip here to the state tournament. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the road to the championship for both of our teams, beginning with the 7th seed AGWSR, who emphatically knocked off the number 2 seed North Tama, as Jenny just mentioned, in 5 sets in the quarterfinals. Senior Bryn Smith put the Cougars on her back, swinging 28 kills, while also collecting a team-high 16 digs. Sophomore Trevin Smith helped spread the wealth as well, tallying 43 assists. AGWSR is searching for its first state title in program history. Meanwhile, a familiar foe awaits on the other side, as the 3 seed Gladbrook-Reinbeck, who outlasted Holy Trinity Catholic in the quarterfinals, winning 3 sets to 1. Senior Ava Wyatt propelled the Rebels with 24 kills and 10 digs. Madison Eggers, Emma McClintock, and Megan Cooley also tallied double-digit digs, while McClintock recorded 44 assists. Gladbrook-Reinbeck swept AGWSR during the regular season, but we all know that the slate is wiped out clean when you get here to state. So it's sure to be a fun one tonight here at Extreme Arena. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you the team introductions and starting lineups. You're watching the 2022 Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
Leaders
job creators, friends,
and neighbors, and always at your service.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion, because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Casey's, buy 1 large pizza, get a 2nd large pizza 40% off with promo code GATHER.
AGWSR and Gladbrook-Reinbeck set to battle in the Class 1A semifinals here from Extreme Arena in Coralville. Hunter Phillips, Jenny Lichty, along with our crew, delighted to have you with us here as we're closing out semifinal Wednesday. They will be announcing the teams and starters on court number 1, which again is Springfield and Ankeny Christian. So that gives us a little bit of time to break down what has transpired throughout the day. Of course, Class 5A got the day started. The top seed Iowa City Liberty advancing by defeating Ankeny Centennial. They'll go up against Pleasant Valley, who knocked off the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. That will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow, that Class 5A championship match. Then in Class 4A, Cedar Rapids Xavier sweeping through the competition, and they will meet up against Clear Creek Amana, who has played spoiler here in Coralville. They first knocked off the 3-seed Marion and then the 2-seed North Scott. And then dropping down to 3A, the number 1 seed went down. Des Moines Christian falling against a very good Sioux Center squad. And then Davenport Assumption, they really had a tough test ahead of them in Mount Vernon, but Assumption able to make it to the title match. And then we just got done with Class 2A, Western Christian, Dike New Hartford. You see them, it seems like each and every year in Class 2A. That'll be a fun one to watch tomorrow, and now we have 1A. So all in all, Jenny, you mix in a few surprises here and there. That's what makes state volleyball so much fun. But then you see the perennial powers just continuing to just be so dominant here at state. Just your observations, not only from today, but just really a fun-filled 3 days we've had here at state.
Definitely. So I did the Clear Creek Amanda game on Monday night, the 4th 4A. Clear Creek Amanda gave Marion a run for the money, and that I think just became, and this is where that state tournament comes into play, because you have these really, really good teams and some other wild cards, I guess if you want to call them, that they just play a different style of volleyball. And if you can't control the game, then you're going to be in that we don't know what to do, and we're going to be making the errors. But yeah, Dike New Hartford and Western Christian a rematch from last year in 2A. We'll see if anything transpires in this 1A game.
And just think about it, for this 1A field, clearly Springfield, they are going to be the favorites, but West Burlington, Notre Dame, they were the 2-time defending champs in 1A. They didn't even make it here to state. So that has to bring a sense of rejuvenation to all the teams in the 1A bracket, knowing, hey, it's up for grabs right now, and especially for these two teams that know one another very well from their days in the NICL.
Yeah, and AGWSR came in here with a losing record. So you kind of want to they have a losing record, nothing's going to happen. And then they turn around, and it's exactly what they did in their regional final game with Newell Fonda, is that they just weren't ready for it. And they came out last night ready to play, and that's why they're here.
Yeah, and again, that record can be definitely misleading when you look at just all the tough competition that they have faced throughout the season, but really all the way through the regionals, they did not drop a set at all. So a team that is certainly well coached, really balanced up and down, but Gladbrook-Reinbeck on the other side, they have had the formula so far this year, and so now we'll turn things down to our public address announcer to meet both of our teams here tonight.
First for the AGWSR Cougars, the non-starters and assistant coaches. Number 2, Ava Olson. Number 6, Jaden Ray. Number 7, Maddie Mauser. Number 9, Elizabeth Muir. Number 10, Kinsley Hoosier. Number 11, Tori Metzger. Number 20, Claire Culver. And number 30, Kylie Willems. Assistant coaches for the Cougars, Drew Balvans and Alana Graniga. Now let's meet the starters for the Cougars. A freshman, number 3, Elise Olson. A senior, number 4, Bryn Smith. A freshman, number 12, Briley Metzger. A senior, number 15, Lila Vaughn. A sophomore, number 17, Trevin Smith. A junior, number 19, Karis Lippert. The libero, a senior, number 5, Tessa Spearsloggy. The head coach for AGWSR is Jill Smith. And now, let's meet the Gladbrook-Reinbeck Rebels. First, the non-starters and assistant coaches. Number 2, Madison Resendez. Number 4, Jaden Hansen. Number 5, Ellie C. Number 7, Abby Sinknicht. Number 9, Chloe Hendricks. Number 10, Braylon Morgan. Number 12, Dylan Blohm. Number 16, McKenna Cooper. And the assistant coach for the Rebels, Paige Eifler. Now let's meet the starters for the Rebels. Number 1, a senior, Madison Eggers. A senior, number 3, Emma McClintock. A senior, number 6, Ava Wyatt. A freshman, number 14, Kennedy Brandt. A sophomore, number 15, Lily Drips. A senior, number 17, Megan Cooley. And the libero, a senior, number 11, Brianne Duberkey. The head coach for the Rebels, Paula Kelly.
Picking colors.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our officials for tonight's match. The first referee, Brian Rodemeyer. The second referee, Daryl Meyer. And the line judges, Randy Clark and Carl Wooldridge. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament volleyball.
The table has been set. Both teams exchanging some final good lucks before we get underway for this semifinal. And Jenny, these are two schools that are separated by a mere 39 miles. And so there's a lot of familiarity on both sides, and both coaches said there are no secrets at all, which is going to create for, I think, one heck of a semifinal here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You don't get to play that card like we talked about in pregame of different styles of games. Like, these two know each other. They've played, 5 times so far this year, with Gladbrook being on top in all of those. So, yeah, you talk about rival foes or conference foes. It'd be interesting to see if they're going to try to throw anything else at them.
The last time these two teams met, you got to go back to September 20th, a match in which Gladbrook-Reinbeck was able to sweep 3-0. They met 5 days earlier. That was a 2-1 win for the Rebels. And then they first met back on September 3rd, which was a 2-1 win for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Third appearance in the last 4 years for the Rebels, and for AGWSR, second appearance here at the state tournament, first since 2008, and making the most of it up to this point. Away we go. Here from Coralville, Gladbrook-Reinbeck on the right side of your screen, and AGWSR on the left. Set off to the weak side.
Good coverage.
Nice tip up front. Both teams battling. And how about that? Pinning it in the corner for the opening point for the Cougars. Harris Lippert with a nice strike. But then a service error. Side out. They'll give it to Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
You said you've been on court one the entire tournament. Has the service errors been a thing over there too?
It certainly has been, especially in the first set. You know, there's always that feeling out process. There's always the nerves, especially when you know that a trip to the title match is on the line. And it doesn't matter which class you're talking about. But once teams settle in, it's really a lot of fun to watch. And there you see a nice swing right there to the center by Gladbrook-Reinbeck. 33-9, the Rebels are coming into this semifinal battle. And the Cougars having difficulty handling the serve. So after an early point by AGWSR, the opening point, it's been 3 straight for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. An overpass. Great effort on behalf of the Cougars. Rebels play it to the left side, and a power slam down there for the kill. Another good look at how that one was able to get through the block. And a block.
I think that right there is a testament to that these two teams know each other. Like, they know that they're going to go to Smith there.
They were well anticipating that right there. Kennedy Brandt was the one to be able to get in on it. And a much-needed point there for the Cougars to kind of stem the tide with it being a 5-2 early advantage for Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
Smith did a good job of adjusting that angle so that she can get past that block by Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
Riley Metzger serving for the Cougars. That one goes out right past media row. Ava Wyatt, what a fun player she is to watch. The 5'11" senior outside hitter. What a quarterfinal round she had with 24 kills for the Rebels, who really were just balanced all the way around. But a nice drop shot gets down for AGWSR. That by Lila Vaughn, the senior. Late sub coming in for AGWSR. Substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Boy, they have something working there along that weak side, Jenny. Ava Wyatt just picking up where she left off yesterday in the quarterfinals.
We saw a lot of that spot get hit in that last game, too. That nice cross court hitting the gap. Yep.
So a violation there will give it, make it stay with Gladbrook-Reinbeck. And so as that one goes out, going back to Wyatt, she had 5 kills in the final 7 match points to give Gladbrook-Reinbeck that win. They're in the quarterfinal round against Holy Trinity Catholic, who really kind of made things difficult for the Rebels, especially in that second set. A point to the Cougars, double contact. Bryn Smith, the senior, sends it over, receive by the Rebels. Smith from the back, kept alive. Now just pouring it over is Hansen. And too many contacts that time. So a couple of errors here as of late for Gladbrook-Reinbeck, trimming the lead down to 2 here as the Cougars continue to work.
Full zone.
Just craftiness right there on the half of the Rebels. And maybe those are just some of those adjustments that you just make right when you see the flow of the game. You see what kind of formation is there. Just a well-placed drop shot by Emma McClintock. McClintock had a really big outing in the quarterfinals.
I think this is where you get into some of these smaller classes, though, too, is that your bigger classes know that they have the hitters, so they're going to set that bump, set, and spike and get that hit in, where some of these lower classes, they rely on their setter to do some of those dumps and get some of those attacks, too.
10-6 Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Battle at the net. Going to be another semi-joust opportunity. And now from the center, an emphatic drop by Megan Cooley. Cooley, one of 7 seniors on this Gladbrook-Reinbeck squad, led by 7th-year head coach Paula Kelly. And the Cougars let that one go out of play. On the other side for AGWSR. Again, second trip here to state, led by 4th-year head coach Jill Smith. They too with a lot of experience on their side with 7 seniors and 2 juniors. Point going back to the Rebels. And AGWSR, again, despite coming in with a losing record, I mean, statistically, when you look at them, very good when it comes to kill efficiency and also in how they've been able to share the ball this year. But right now, it has been the serving of Gladbrook-Reinbeck that has really been the difference here in this opening set. A service ace by Karis Lippert. Service aces are brought to you by Kruger Seeds here at our state tournament. Wyatt from the back row. Smith ranging in. Wyatt goes into the net.
Both teams there trying to work that back row attack.
Elise Olson, freshman libero, checking in to serve for AGWSR. Again, they roll through the center with Cooley. Had a kill earlier. Received nicely by DeBurkey. Cougars able to get the point despite that initial reception. Jaden Hansen with the attack error. Tapped over. Trevin Smith trying to catch the Rebels off guard. Beautiful placement right along that back line. And it's 14-9 Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
Cougars got it just a little bit too tight to the 10-foot line. Thought that one was going out too.
Madison Resendez serves. Or check that, Madison Eggers. Who just came into the match. Collision there by AGWSR, and great effort to try to maybe keep it in play. So we get another look at it. Bryn Smith did everything she could with her right wrist.
Even if they could have gotten that over, I don't know that they could have recovered enough to do anything with the second ball.
And so a timeout is going to be called on the court by AGWSR. Gladbrook-Reinbeck ahead early, 16-9 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
So Gladbrook-Reinbeck coming out of the huddle, out of a timeout called by AGWSR. Fourth appearance in the last 5 years for this Rebels team, with both some of the best talent amongst the senior class in 1A. Well, what a journey it has been for AGWSR. Again, they play with a bit of a chip on their shoulder in that 5-set thriller over North Tama. I'm hoping to continue to ride that wave of momentum as that just goes out of play.
Well, I think that chip on their shoulder that you talk about is because they've played good teams all season long, right? So they've competed with some of the teams that we've seen here at the state tournament.
Yeah, some of those teams you mentioned, Sumner, Fredericksburg, Wapsie Valley, Union Community, Denver as well. I mean, you just go up and down their schedule. Iowa City Liberty. I mean, you're talking about the #1 team in Class 5A. So they have not shied away from anyone this year. Service error, though, on the Cougars that time. And then Jenny, correct me if I'm wrong, but in that 5th set against North Tama, they were down 13-5.
North Tama just kind of like gave up almost in a sense that, yeah, it was a battle.
Well, that just shows that there is no quit in this AGWSR program, no matter what the deficit is.
We've seen that across the entire state tournament too. Like every team here is battling for their spot, and every team that they're complaining against is contesting it.
And that's why even if there were meetings during the regular season, you can pretty much throw those away because this is a whole new playing field.
Throw those away. The seedings are there, but throw those away too.
A legal hit on Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Cougars trying to claw their way back into this opening set. Serving is Metzger. Wyatt. Unable to get a clean dig at it was Tori Metzger for AGWSR. Wyatt already with 7 kills here in this opening set and has 4 digs. Has accounted for 7 of the team's 18 points.
Nice back.
You don't see that one thrown too often, but that just shows the confidence, and that just really disrupted the Rebels right there. Just heads-up play by the sophomore Trevin Smith. Entering the state tournament, 2nd on the team. And total kills with 135. Bryn Smith, her sister, with the far lead with 434 coming in. But if you want to start to build any kind of rally, you cannot afford to have those service errors. That being the 4th here in this opening set for the Cougars. Side out for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Just too much on that one from Bryn Smith. The 5'6" senior wanted to pin it in that back left corner.
She's one of those, too, that you're going to see attack from all over the court.
And a timeout called by head coach Jill Smith. 2nd and final timeout of the first set. We'll take a timeout with them here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
(20-15). Gladbrook-Reinbeck on top of AGWSR. A reunion of North Iowa Cedar League rivals here in Coralville. Fighting for a chance to make it to the 1A title match tomorrow. That falling just wide of the line from Ava Olson.
They both traveled, twice as far as what they are apart?
Rebels continuing to just really play solid, especially right off the serve. 22-15. And so I'm sure these two teams like it because you don't have that day of waiting in between, unlike the 4A and 5A schools that played on Monday. You just simply get that few hours, at the end of the day. These 1A schools were actually the last ones to play yesterday.
Yep.
So they had to play the waiting game. Didn't get started until 8 o'clock.
Well, we are running, half an hour, 40 minutes behind over here on court 2. So our game, last game of the night, took a little bit extra. And you think about how loud it is right here, right now. When we didn't have that court 1 playing for that last game, it was quiet.
I tell you, it seems like even for the 1A programs, more and more people show up to support these programs, and we do want to pass along a update from Court 1. Ankeny Christian, surprisingly, getting past Springville rather easily in the opening set. So the Eagles lead the Orioles in a battle of the birds there, 1-0. The Rebels, meanwhile, now are just 1 point away from taking the set. Ava Wyatt has 9 of the team's 13 kills. Brianne DeBerkey.
Oh.
And just nothing going for AGWSR there, as that service ace will close out the opening set for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. They take it 25-17, and we'll be back with the second set after this from Extreme Arena in Coralville on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
Leaders
job creators,
friends,
and neighbors.
and always at your service.
Slade's the place for you!
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
By focusing only on meat and grocery, we can do those things to the best of our abilities.
No frills, no gimmicks. You're going to get top quality meat, top quality produce, top quality customer service.
They always tell us, sell it as low as you can. Sell it as low as you possibly can.
And we work hard so we can keep those prices lower.
And that's what Fairway does to a lot of people. They take care of people.
I have one thing to accomplish, and it's that.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs, and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Hunter Phillips along with Jenny Lichty and our entire crew on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, closing out semifinal Wednesday with Class 1A. Gladbrook-Reinbeck on top 1-0 over AGWSR, looking to play spoiler once again here tonight. And that'll help to start off the second set with a very clean block right up there in the front row. Riley Metzger, Trevin Smith combining on the block. Ava Wyatt just too far out. Third attack error for Wyatt on the night.
Smith almost needs to be a little bit careful there, throwing up her hands.
Yeah, because that could have easily gone the other way.
Yes.
Wyatt with a little bit of a lighter swing. Just
double hit.
Too much contact on the setter that time. So just the start that AGWSR wanted here in the second set. Up 3-0. from the back row, Olson. Wyatt, left side. Front set, and a beautiful slam down.
The Cougars came out of that break.
Great vantage point right here. There on that by Briley Metzger. Again, just a freshman for AGWSR. It's been amazing to see how many young players really have made a big impact with their teams this year as Gladbrook-Reinbeck is able to get their first point here of the second set with Ava Wyatt.
I think that was a little bit of a communication error on the Cougars.
Nearly an ace there for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. And we were touching on the fact that the Rebels were serving the ball well. They had 3 service aces there in that first set alone. And they're a team that's really been efficient when placing the ball in the right spot. I mean, that ball just goes over the net and really makes things difficult. But the Cougars have had an answer for it here early in the second set after seeing a lot of it in the opening set.
Yep.
Serving is Karis Lippert, the 5'9" junior. Wyatt, that goes into the net.
A little bit of a different story to start this second here.
And sometimes it just takes that opening set to really settle in. As the block goes out of bounds. We did see that with Des Moines Christian and Sioux Center. Des Moines Christian was able to win the first set, but then Sioux Center was able to win the next 3. And it just took a little bit of time for them to warm up, and a few of those sets went past the 25-point mark. And that was a big reason why the Warriors were able to knock down the Lions, the top seed.
Nice little dig.
It was a clean dig, but just couldn't quite get over the net.
Yep.
Ava Wyatt once again right there. Wyatt was an all-tournament team selection back in 2020 when Gladbrook-Reinbeck finished runner-up. This has really been unfinished business, a revenge tour, if you will, for this Gladbrook-Reinbeck team.
GR got caught on the tip there with the block, and I don't think the back row realized it.
So that will give it back to AGWSR to serve. And nothing falling there, right side. Emma McClintock, the senior. Again, as you noted, some of the higher classes, they have predominantly very consistent outside hitters. McClintock as a setter, not afraid to show off that versatility as someone who can swing it with authority. Attack attempt going long, and now Gladbrook-Reinbeck within 1.
Smith wanted the tip call on that one.
Smith the dig.
Quick.
Pushed out by Vaughn. And another trick effort by Trevin Smith.
Nice coverage by AGWSR.
A side set. Nicely done by the Rebels. Kennedy Brandt with the kill. A 6-foot freshman. Going to be hearing her name quite a bit when you're covering Gladbrook-Reinbeck volleyball, and especially in the NICL. There she is once again getting in on it defensively with the block. Brandt coming off the bench and leads the team, or second on the team rather, in blocks with 44 entering the state tournament. And there she goes again. Bryn Smith was trying to challenge her face on, and it did not work on that attempt. So a rally here by Gladbrook-Reinbeck, causing AGWSR to call a timeout. And set number 2 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
The bench there for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Hoping that this is the year where all the hard work finally does result in a tournament title. Weathering the storm early against AGWSR, they've really battled back. And as we noted, Jenny, Gladbrook-Reinbeck, that's where Holy Trinity Catholic was able to get back into the match last night. They won the second set, so it has been kind of a weakness here as of late. AGWSR wisely letting that one go out of play.
Well, both these teams struggled in their second set last night.
So you just have to think something's going to have to give here.
Yeah.
Rebels hanging on to a 1-point lead in set number 2. They lead 1-0. I believe that was Kennedy Brandt, either a net violation or her stepped over the line in the center. Just kind of had an awkward landing there, and that ties it up at 9. Trevin Smith sends it away. A free ball.
Oh, and they get caught on it.
Jaden Hansen able to catch that back row. Just out of position enough. From the 10-foot line, it's Smith. And did that one pin the corner? Yes, it did. It's just amazing how these athletes make it look so easy, but man, it's just a game of inches back there. And it just takes a lot of confidence, and Wyatt ducks out of the way on that one. The Rebels have built a 3-point lead here in the second set. The libero, DeBerkey serving. Well, and the touch just isn't there right now for the Cougars.
Need a little bit more snap in their wrist. It doesn't help that they're getting set off the net at 2. They're trying to compensate for that, and that's, I think, what's causing them to go long.
So Coach Smith wants to talk things over. 13-9 Gladbrook-Reinbeck in this Class 1A semifinal in set number 2 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
There you take a look at the huddle for AGWSR. Jill Smith in her 4th season at AGWSR, but has a wealth of coaching experience, 13 years exact, as a high school head coach. But this her first appearance as a coach here at State. Just love how this team has really come together here to Coralville, but our team is down right now. Gladbrook-Reinbeck, it took them a little bit to get settled in set number 2, but Megan Cooley cannot forget about number 17. She is second on the team in total kills on the season. And that her 3rd of the night. 5 different players for Gladbrook-Reinbeck have a kill up to this point. AGWSR will take that one on the attack error from Wyatt. Lippert checks out.
Yeah. Just a little bit too much on that reception.
Is that a Kruger Seeds service ace from Bryn Smith? And you could tell she just said, "That's my bad," right there. Going off to the right. And an IMT insurance substitution back in for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. That is Lily Drips, the sophomore. Set over to the right side, but nobody was there. And Jenny, you also have to wonder too, I mean, these teams are both accustomed to it playing yesterday, but communication is so key, and it's easier said than done when you're in a place that, you know, it says it holds 5,000, but it certainly sounds like more than that.
Yeah, it's one of those things that when I came in here for the first time a year ago, there's no bad seat in the house, but you're almost sitting, I mean, US Cellular Center, yes, we're on top of the court, but here you are very tight to the floor.
Really?
So that noise definitely.
Certainly a more intimate
Yes.
feel for sure, and just the feedback right away has just been overwhelmingly positive, not only from the venue here, but also outside as well. Showcasing the Iowa girl, all the restaurants and shops have welcomed in the student athletes, families, and fans with open arms. And the arms have been flexing here for Gladbrook-Reinbeck, up by 8 after that kill by Megan Cooley. Cooley will be playing volleyball at the University of Dubuque, so staying here in eastern Iowa. And too long from Karis Lippert. 11 kills for AGWSR. That's now 12 attack errors, so in the negative right now in terms of hitting percentage. Bryn Smith able to clear it up. Ava Smith from the center, or Wyatt rather, goes into the net.
The teams have also figured out that the hockey boards would make a great noisemaker.
Yeah, the student section, they pick up on stuff right away. Anything to help their team out, create distractions. Well executed drop there from Ava Olson. Olson, a junior for AGWSR. One of 2 juniors on the team. Just a little off and the sequence there for Karis Lippert, weak side. So a service substitution.
Let's talk about Lippert for a second. She's left-handed. So for her to be continuing to hit from that weak side for her, I think that's a different approach. Normally I would throw her back to a normal weak side because that's her power side. But she's doing work over there, even if, you know, she'll keep swinging.
Again, she's come really close, but the net just has not been her friend here up to this point. 22-13, Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Just no doubt about it from Ava Wyatt. Wyatt had 9 kills in the opening set. She's now up to 13. We saw Lippert there be able to get it across.
Yep, still a little bit hesitant in that swing though. There.
Trevin Smith with a powerful right hand. And so how much does that affect you as an athlete out there when you know that maybe it hasn't worked the first or second time, that maybe you second guess yourself, and in volleyball, you really have no time to be able to react. It's either now or never.
Exactly. I mean, it's like softball when you're in the batter's box. You got to know what's coming at you, and if that set just isn't in the right spot, I have to know what my options are to make this work.
Well, Megan Cooley knows what works. Getting the block, and now a set point for Gladbrook-Reinbeck to try to take a commanding 2-set lead here. Lippert. Wyatt. That got blocked out of bounds. And so a 25-14 second set winner there for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Makes a 2-0 lead. They're 1 set away from heading back to the 1A championship. We'll be back with set number 3 after this from Coralville on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Casey's, buy 1 large pizza, get a 2nd large pizza 40% off with promo code GATHER.
Fans, we'd like to recognize the students from Gladbrook-Reinbeck as our creative corner of the match, brought to you by Think Iowa City, a collection of curious communities. And in the student section happens to be Spider-Man.
With a bow tie.
Guess he just couldn't quite decide how to show up here for state volleyball, but
someone must have told him it was a formal event, so that's where the bow tie comes into play.
A black tie affair for Spider-Man here at Extreme Arena, but no, it has been fun to see just all the student sections, all the creative corners, just be able to put their own little imprints on the atmosphere.
I was talking to some of the hockey guys earlier that work with the Heartlanders. I'm like, it is so friggin' loud in here. But then we started talking about the student sections and different things that they're doing. So students, come back for a hockey game.
Gladbrook-Reinbeck starting off the 3rd set with a serve. AGWSR down 2-0. Really needs to get things going in the right direction. You mentioned the Iowa Heartlanders here, of course, an affiliate of the Minnesota Wild, and also the Iowa Wild in Des Moines, and the University of Iowa's volleyball team calls Extreme Arena home. Good response from Ava Wyatt and the Rebels. Wyatt now up to 16 kills here on the night. She now has 40 on the tournament. Deceiving serve from Cooley. And how about the play we have seen from Kennedy Brandt off the bench? And again, just a freshman for this Rebels team, and she is one of 2 freshmen. And what's always good to see is these upperclassmen, senior classes, how they've really helped pave the way from a leadership standpoint, and how the younger players have really come along during a season. We've seen that with a majority of these teams here in Coralville this week.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. It was nice. I can't remember what team it was, but it seemed like half of their lineup was seniors, and the other half in rotation was, that sophomore, freshman. So you know that the program is building, and that's how they're building it, by investing in some of those younger kids.
3-2. Gladbrook-Reinbeck off of the service error by AGWSR. Side out, gives it back to him. Maybe that went out, but it hit right on the line.
Yeah. I kind of wonder about how. It was a little bit longer of a contact, so I was waiting for them to call something else.
That was Lila Vaughn. Able to mix in just that light touch at the right time to knot it up at 3. Wyatt saying, we're not going light here at all. I'm going to try to power it down. And for the most part, that has worked throughout the course of the night.
We've kind of gone back to that first set, that back and forth game here right now. No one's really doing anything spectacular. Just playing.
But that has been the difference right there. It has not been on the side of AGWSR. Ava Olson trying to get it back. That is now 15 attack errors on AGWSR.
As a coach, you kind of feel guilty. Just keep swinging, just keep swinging, just keep swinging. But it'll eventually come.
Illegal hit. Just cannot afford to really put yourself in a deficit.
No.
Even though AGWSR, they do have, the depth to be able to put something together. It unfortunately has been a domino effect. Diving effort by Trevin Smith, but even still just did not have enough to get over, as that was well underneath the net. 7-3. Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Cougars really need something to go their way.
Got a couple good swings there.
Punched over by Vaughn. But then the finishing touches put on.
Nice little change of pace. You notice in that rally there, AGWSR, they were digging things out, but they kept getting things so tight to the net that it made it hard for their setter to actually get a good set off to their hitters.
Kennedy Brandt now with 4 kills, which is tied for second with Cooley on the team. The Rebels are just rolling right now.
Yep.
Timeout by AGWSR. Gladbrook-Reinbeck up 2-0, up by 6 in the third set on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Nine to 3, Gladbrook-Reinbeck on top of AGWSR here in the third set on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. On court number 1, Ankeny Christian up 2-0 on the top seed Springville. State volleyball at its finest with the parity. That graze off of the arm.
Yeah, we keep seeing AGWSR go a little bit long. That one definitely probably could have been close to being out had she not have touched that.
Abby Signicat just went off of her right arm and out of play, so now we'll see if maybe that's the break that AGWSR needed. Lippert was the original one to play it.
Lippert's still getting really far back on that extension. Somehow she kept it in, though.
Lippert now with 2 kills, 3 players for AGWSR lead the way in kills with 4.
That was a nice miss.
Not many tonight for Ava Wyatt. But you have Bryn Smith, and Briley Metzger, and Lila Vaughn each with 4 kills.
Nice weak side.
Ava Olson, good to see her get in the stat column as well. That her second kill. But does have 5 attack errors, so able to regroup nicely in a service ace. Second one on the night for AGWSR, so just like that, it's a 1-point lead here in the third set, and a timeout is going to be called by Paula Kelly and the Rebels. We'll take one with them on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Fans official state tournament merchandise is now available online. So now it's time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. So what was a 9-3 lead by Gladbrook-Reinbeck before a timeout by AGWSR has evaporated, tied 9-9. As we noted, there is no quit in this Cougars team. Bryn Smith placing it right along the back. Smith again had a big quarterfinal round, and they let that one go out.
The tides have turned. We're seeing GR make some of those same errors that AGWSR was making earlier.
How about an 8-0 scoring run here by AGWSR? Post play up front, but Brandt is there.
Nice
and that one drops in front of the pair of defenders. 12-9 AGWSR. Bryn Smith was just a terrific serve.
It's a little bit of a down drop.
Really kind of awkward for Megan Cooley to be able to handle in that back row.
Nice little floater.
10 consecutive points scored by AGWSR. Trying to turn things around here tonight.
There's the break GR needed.
Emma McClintock, the senior. Just with a quick drop shot. McClintock was the school record, over 3,000 assists. Gave her team a big assist right there. But the serve from DeBerkey goes into the net. 5th service error on the Rebels tonight. Things are just continuing to go in the Cougars' direction. A service ace. And Tessa Spersloggy, who just came in as an IMT insurance substitution, trying to give her team some more insurance points, but that one just goes out.
Too much.
Back in is Lily Drips for Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
And same thing.
Emma McClintock just too strong on that serve attempt. Now 2 service errors in this third set on Gladbrook-Reinbeck. They set it up for Lippert. Smith going right into the net. But she is not afraid to test things from being played a little bit further back.
I think that goes to show just like how much her senior confidence. She'll step up where it's needed for her team.
16-12. Off of Cooley's hands. And it stays in bounds. Nobody was there personnel-wise for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Lippert back to serve. It was dug up initially by Duberke, but the free ball goes out of play. AGWSR coming to life here in the third set. Wyatt.
There's what they want.
Got that on Spurswagi. And maybe that's something that Gladbrook-Reinbeck wants to get back to, is getting Ava Wyatt more quality opportunities. But kind of held in check here in this third set. Smith, and it hit the antenna. So 4-point advantage for AGWSR. Serve sent over by Cooley. Smith.
That's where she likes it. That last time when she got set up, you know, those hitters are already starting their approach before that ball leaves the setter's hand sometimes, that she was trying to compensate in the air. This time, I think that 10-foot line is where she prefers that set to be.
And being at 5'6", she can really get up, and she has tremendous upper body strength. Wyatt, she's been strong tonight. Wyatt once again, and it breaks through the defense. New players entering the fold for both teams. Somehow, AGWSR kept that one alive. They set it up for Smith. Dug up, Brandt was able to knock it over. Smith once more, back into the net, and couldn't be dug back up by Spurswagi.
That's one of those things that you practice to, you know, trying to dig those balls out of the net and digging them out enough that you can do something with it.
Down to a 3-point lead for AGWSR. And Brandt was able to drop it down. I'm sure the scary thing for opponents for Gladbrook-Reinbeck moving forward is that Kennedy Brandt is going to continue to grow, already at 6 foot, and she has been a force tonight. And so with the lead starting to dwindle, timeout going to be called by AGWSR. And we'll take one with them after this message on the Girls Union Network, brought to you by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
and we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Two-point lead for AGWSR, who is down 2-0 to Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Rebels to serve out of the timeout. Cooley. Free ball to work with for the Cougars. Trevin Smith. You just really don't know what she's going to do when her back is against the net. And she's just able to turn ever so quickly.
And Vaughn was there ready for that set too, and she just only does a quick set. I have yet to see her actually get a full approach.
That was her 4th kill tonight. She has 17 assists for AGWSR. A little housekeeping on the court that has been awfully busy this week here at State. 5 classes, 40 teams competing in 4 days at the new home for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Cooley just dropped over the net, and I think AGWSR thought that wasn't going to quite make it.
They've kind of got caught off guard a little bit, too much into their heels a couple of times now.
Ava Wyatt serving. Front set for Smith, who's able to slam it down for another kill. Bryn Smith has really played nicely here in this 3rd set. She's now up to 7 kills, has 8 digs, and 3 aces. She's done a little bit of everything. That's been her game this year. But then Kennedy Brandt able to come right back.
She was the same way last night, kind of that little ticking time bomb, if you want to say. She's that silent player that steps up when she needs to.
Cougars having trouble receiving it, but it's all right because their seniors got their back. Bryn Smith just 3 points away from taking this 3rd set and really making a match out of it. After the first 2 sets were controlled by Gladbrook-Reinbeck.
Add one more. Smith,
So Gladbrook-Reinbeck wants to again regroup here, with AGWSR needing just 2 points to take the 3rd set on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
AGWSR, as they have proven all season long, a tough customer, been a resilient bunch. Saw it last night in that win over North Tama. Trying to keep their season alive. Just 2 points away from taking this 3rd set. Lippert. Free ball over. And maybe AGWSR should have let that one go. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them. Cooley. An extended volley.
Nice rally.
Taking no prisoners, Ava Olson. Ball was hanging up in the air, and she says, I got it. And now a set point here for AGWSR.
I think as a hitter, those ones are the ones I look forward to. Like, you just set me up.
Bryn Smith trying to close it out. Drop down in the front. 2 out of the 3 previous meetings this season had to be finished in 4 sets. Gladbrook-Reinbeck wanting to end it right now. AGWSR has different plans.
Nice.
Blocked up front. AGWSR takes the 3rd set, and we've got a whole new match on our hands here in Class 1A. Gladbrook-Reinbeck up 2-1 as we go to our 4th set on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
Leaders
Job creators.
friends,
And neighbors.
and always at your service.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Casey's, buy 1 large pizza, get a 2nd large pizza 40% off with promo code GATHER.
Well, in 2 of the previous 3 meetings between these 2 programs, the match had to be decided in 4 sets. You can now add tonight in the semifinals of the Class 1A bracket at Extreme Arena in Coralville. Hunter Phillips, Jenny Lichty, glad to have you with us once again here in the new home of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament. 2-1 Gladbrook-Reinbeck, looking to get back to the title match for the first time in 2 years. AGWSR looking to get there for the first time in school history. Ava Wyatt able to come up with the kill to start. And if you just heard a loud roar on the opposite side, the number 1 team in Class 1A just got knocked off in 3 straight sets. Ankeny Christian, in their first ever trip to the state tournament, will be playing for a 1A title.
A little over the net call on the Cougars.
So that's now 2 number 1 seeds, Jenny, that have gone down in the state tournament. And that's why, as the old adage goes, you still have to play the games no matter what it says on paper.
Well, and I think we've seen a lot of teams also come in here as a higher seed and kind of get a little overzealous and think, oh, we just got this.
Just a powerful block forced the Rebels to backtrack. And then get a hard-earned point off of that. Riley Metzger with the kill. She now has 5. Bryn Smith leads the way with 8 for AGWSR, who won the last set. And just off the hand of Wyatt, who has a match-high 20 kills. That her 9th attack error. Wonderful serve. Gets received.
They weren't expecting that one.
Lily Drips just dropped it
Mm-hmm.
right there on that 10-foot line.
That was a good read by her.
You could see the formation was just really along that front row, really focused on playing it up towards the front. And yeah, as you noted, Drips with the heads-up play. Attack is long by the Cougars. 4-2 Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Let's not forget, back in that third set, an 11-0 run by AGWSR was able to really kind of stun the Rebels there for a moment.
Smith with a couple back-to-back attack errors.
That's now 23 for the team. Not hitting 100 tonight.
Add one more.
That unfortunately was their issue back in the first set, but really cleaned it up in the last set.
They came out in this set with a lot of confidence and a lot of enthusiasm, and I'm wondering if this little 4-point difference is going to affect them.
Kennedy Brandt brushed it over, and just another misplay from Briley Metzger. I believe, AGWSR wants to regroup here. Down 7-2 in set number 4 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Well, the last time that AGWSR head coach Jill Smith called a timeout was early in the third set. Her team was down by 6 points. Her team was able to not only tie it up, but eventually take the lead and never look back. She's hoping for the same result here in set 4. How many times can you put yourself in this kind of a hole? Bryn Smith went off of the antenna, it looks like, and that's out of bounds. Just the attack errors mounting at the wrong time for the Cougars. Smith ran into a buzzsaw up front.
Yep.
Kennedy Brandt, we've called her name many times. And those blocking opportunities, Emma McClintock also in on it as well. Keeping it alive. Eggers sends it over. But this time, the Cougars are able to outlast the Rebels. Trevin Smith, just a sophomore. The younger sister of Bryn Smith. Ava Wyatt going into the net to give a little bit of life here to AGWSR, down by 5. Here in the fourth set. Again, if you're just joining us, the winner of this match will go on to face Ankeny Christian, who upset the top seed Springfield 3-0. That match will close out the state tournament. at center court. And double contact on Bryn Smith.
She kind of looks a little confused on that.
It's like trying to rebound your own miss in basketball. You can get away with it then, but not in volleyball.
But if I hit it once with both hands, does that count?
Exactly.
Got a little consult.
Gives us an opportunity to thank our officials here this week, doing a phenomenal job. Not only here at the tournament, but also throughout the season.
A replay.
So it will be a reserve. So that brings it back to a 10-4 score. And if it's not broke, do not fix it if you're Trevin Smith. Kind of using that shovel motion almost if you're shoveling snow, which we don't want to talk about that right now. But you
Still too early.
Still too early. In the 70s today here in Coralville, Iowa City.
We've had a really great week for everyone to, get down here at Extreme Arena, kind of figure out what's all in the Iowa River Landing area.
Well, and a few of the bars, restaurants attached to Extreme Arena have fire pits outside. The fans were definitely taking advantage of it last night after all the games were over with, coming together. Pretty unique altogether.
Nice coverage.
Slipping up was Brandt. They had it well covered along that left side, but it just goes out on Jaden Hansen. A 10-7 lead now for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. AGWSR. Trying to make this potentially a 5-set semifinal.
They won it too. They kind of shook off all those little errors, and they're doing work.
And just think about it. Last night, they had to go through 5 sets, and it just seems like throughout the course of the match, they just got better and better.
Well, and if you're at the state volleyball tournament, we might as well play as many games as we possibly can, right?
That's right. And now Gladbrook-Reinbeck is going to call a timeout as the lead is down to 1 for the Rebels in set number 4 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Ten to 9, Gladbrook-Reinbeck leading AGWSR. Starting to string something together like they did back in the 3rd set. They were down 10-4 after a Briley Metzger service error. Since then, they have scored the last 5. Bryn Smith.
6.
She wasn't going to stay quiet for too long. Had a few attack errors earlier here in the set, but no doubt about that one. Her 9th kill, a team high. But a big bounce back point there off the service error from Smith. Gives the Rebels a little bit of breathing room, but just a little. Handling the low serve well. How about that play from the libero? But Smith.
Smart. That was really smart. She knew that Gladbrook-Reinbeck got pushed way back trying to get that that ball back over the net. That the Cougars were ready for it, and GR just couldn't transition back.
Smith getting another crack at it serving as we're tied at 11. Smith was able to handle that attack attempt from Cooley. Point. Rebels.
I think GR is probably pretty happy with that one just because Smith was the one that gave him that run in that fourth set.
So back and forth we go here in the fourth set. Back in is Lily Drips, the sophomore. Just curling over the net. Olsen sends a free ball over. They work it to the center with Cooley, who saw the opening there just below the 10-foot line and dropped it right in the pink. (13-11). Service ace. Good timing for that. Been at least 2 sets since Gladbrook-Reinbeck was able to notch an ace. And service aces are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Cougars trying to show that they have fight, and that will help their cause right there with the double contact. Sloggy to serve for the Cougars.
Block.
Ava Wyatt. Smith kind of had to bring it back a little bit further, showing just her overall flexibility, athleticism in midair. 14-13. Gladbrook-Reinbeck was able to take the first 2 sets, 25-17, 25-14. Handled the first part of the third set fairly well, but AGWSR doing what they do best, and that is fighting till the very end.
Cougars kind of gave GR a little bit of a look there.
Cooley says enough about that, time to step up. Powerful spike from the senior Megan Cooley. Olsen from the right side.
Nice little roll off that net. We saw her
15-14.
Yeah, we saw her struggle a little bit there early in the game.
Yeah, she really has battled back nicely. Got to have that quick memory. How about Smith from the back just punching it? Just a knee-jerk reaction. And a point will be awarded to the Cougars as, yes, that you saw the antenna move around. Now the officials are going to.
Now the question is, did it come off the block or did it come off the hit?
And that's where I think Gladbrook-Reinbeck is objecting that it came off of the block. And it did come off of the block clearly there from that. From that review. And again, a big shout out to our officials for making sure that that was the correct call. When in doubt, just come together. 16-14. That one goes out. Right idea from the Cougars. So that came from Metzger. Timeout by AGWSR. Coming down to it here in this fourth set on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
So a quick timeout by AGWSR. They are back out there on the court. Down by 3 points in this fourth set and down 2-1. Bryn Smith just goes out.
She's still firing hard.
And you're okay with her taking those attempts time and time again. She'll be playing beach volleyball collegiately down in Tennessee. And a point for the Rebels. Whistle was blown right as Smith was there to receive the ball. Bryn Smith lofts it over. Trevin Smith. They set it up really nicely that time.
There's been a lot of tight to the net passes that, as a coach, I don't know that I would be so excited about, but they've been utilizing them well on the other side.
Yeah, the spacing less than ideal kind of makes you a little nervous because it does leave very little room for error. 20-15. AGWSR does not have any timeouts remaining here in this fourth set. Gladbrook-Reinbeck has one remaining. Received by the Cougars. They play it out to Smith. Blocked by Brant Kennedy and Kennedy Branton Company of an AGWSR. Strongly swinging that to the center with Trevin Smith.
I feel like that was a little bit of a slow motion that, in my mind, GR should have been able to read it a little bit better than they did.
8th kill for Smith. The Smith sisters have accounted for 18 of the team's 36.
Here come the Cougars.
They continue to serve. Ava Wyatt has
big block.
Towing off the block. That went right back.
Vaughn, the only one on the Cougars team that's 6 foot.
And when you do face a team that has that size differential at some point, it may come back to hurt you, and at times it has. 22-17. How about Gladbrook-Reinbeck? You give up that third set. Easily things could have changed the other way, but as of right now, handling business, but still very much within reach here for AGWSR, but cannot afford any service errors or any attack errors. Attack from the right side. And the webbing of the hands that went through of Tori Metzger.
I think in some of these situations you start realizing, or the age of some of these players catches up a little bit. You start seeing it a little bit more. So going after that ball, not knowing where you're at on the court.
Yeah, Metzger just a sophomore. And now a set and match point here for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. After that attack error by Ava Olsen. Bryn Smith trying to keep it alive. But it is Gladbrook-Reinbeck on their revenge tour. One more stop to go. And that is in the 1A championship match where they will meet up with Ankeny Christian. 3-1, Gladbrook-Reinbeck defeats a familiar foe and NICL rival AGWSR, who finished off a fantastic campaign by reaching it here to the semifinals. And now here in just a matter of moments, we'll turn it back down courtside for the trophy presentation.
I think GR is kind of thanking AGWSR right now for knocking off North Tama for them and not having to face them tonight instead.
Fans, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medallion and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Madison Melchert, Ben Van Wyk, and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Jill Smith and the Cougars from AGWSR on an outstanding 2022 volleyball season. And now, Ava Wyatt from Gladbrook-Reinbeck will advance her team on the bracket to the championship match.
So that is how semifinal Wednesday comes to an end. Some of the top powers in this state, they move on, but a few number one seeds see their trip at state come to an end. But 3-1, Gladbrook-Reinbeck defeats AGWSR. Hunter Films, Jenny Lichty bringing you home here. Final broadcast of our coverage here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Jenny, just your overall thoughts from being here all week. Energy from the crowds were so fantastic. Congratulations again to AGWSR for really the improbable run that they made. But they're a team that's got some young players that you know they're going to be back here. And then Gladbrook-Reinbeck, a team that is on a mission. And it was pretty clear from just the very beginning. Yeah, definitely. It's been a great tournament so far. Looking forward to more tournaments here at Extreme Arena, too. It's a great venue. We've seen the noise here. So we'll see how tomorrow goes, too. And it all comes down to tomorrow. Classes 1A through 5A will finish out the volleyball season with all of those title matches, and Iowa PBS will have the coverage there. And so that will do it for all of us here from Coralville. For Jenny Lichty and for myself, Hunter Phillips, and our entire hardworking crew, thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2022 Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.